Let's dive into the world of boas. Good day, wildlife warriors, and welcome back. It's me, Garza and Crikey. Have I got a treat for you today? We're about to embark on an absolutely bonza adventure into the world of one of the most incredible snake families on the planet, the boas. Now, when you think of a boa, you might picture a massive, powerful constrictor, and you wouldn't be wrong. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, mate. From the tiny little fellas that burrow under the sand to the giants that rule the Amazon rainforest, the diversity within the boidae family is just mind-blowing. These animals are true survivors, found all over the globe, from the Americas to Africa and Asia. They are absolute works of art, living, breathing masterpieces of evolution. In this ultimate guide, we're not just dipping our toes in, we're going for a full-on dive. We're gonna look at over 60 species of these magnificent creatures. We'll be meeting some real legends, including the undisputed heavyweight champion of the snake world, the largest snake alive today. You won't want to miss that. We'll explore their unique habitats, their incredible hunting techniques, and the stunning colors and patterns that make each one a unique beauty. It's going to be a wild ride, packed with fascinating facts and up-close encounters with some of the most misunderstood animals on Earth. So grab your car keys, get comfortable, and prepare to be amazed. My goal here is to show you just how special these snakes are. They aren't monsters to be feared. They're vital parts of their ecosystems, and they are absolutely gorgeous. By the end of this, I hope you'll see them not just as snakes, but as the incredible, powerful, and beautiful animals they truly are. We're going to have a look at their behavior, their biology, and what makes them tick. It's going to be an educational journey, but more than that, it's a celebration of life in all its scaly glory. Right then, let's get into it. The legend itself, the boa constrictor. Right, let's kick things off with an absolute icon, a snake that's a household name all over the world. The boa constrictor. Crikey, what a magnificent animal. When people say boa, this is usually the beautiful serpent that springs to mind. And for good reason. This fella is the poster child for power and grace, a perfect combination of muscle and beauty. They're found all the way from northern Mexico down through Central and South America. That's a huge range, which tells you just how adaptable and successful these snakes are. They're true survivors, thriving in everything from tropical rainforests to semi-arid scrublands. Now look at the pattern on this beauty. See those distinctive saddle-like markings down its back? They're usually a creamy or tan color with dark brown or reddish brown saddles. And as you move down towards the tail, those saddles often turn into these brilliant red patches. It's absolutely stunning camouflage, helping them blend perfectly into the leaf litter on the forest floor while they wait for an unsuspecting meal to wander by. They're ambush predators, you see. They find a good spot, they sit and they wait. Patience is the name of the game for these guys. They're not just pretty faces though. These are incredibly powerful snakes. As constrictors, they don't have venom. Instead, they use these massive muscular bodies to do the job. When they strike, they grab their prey, which can be anything from rodents and birds to lizards and even monkeys, with their sharp, backward-curving teeth. Then, quicker than you can say danger, 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 they wrap their coils around the animal. With every breath the prey exhales, the boa tightens its grip, cutting off blood flow and leading to a very quick and efficient kill. It's a masterclass in hunting. One of the reasons the boa constrictor is so well known is its relatively calm temperament, which has made it popular in the reptile-keeping hobby. Now, of course, any wild animal needs to be treated with respect, but in general, they're quite placid snakes. This has allowed people to get up close and personal, to really appreciate their intelligence and their gentle nature when they're not hunting. It helps break down the fear that so many people have of snakes. When you see one of these majestic creatures up close, you can't help but be in awe. But let's not forget their crucial role in the wild. As apex predators in many of their environments, they are essential for keeping rodent and other small mammal populations in check. They're a vital part of a healthy ecosystem. Sadly, like many big snakes, they face threats from habitat loss and the skin trade. Seeing one of these magnificent animals in its natural habitat is a privilege we need to protect. What a beauty! An absolute living legend, the boa constrictor. The heavyweight champion, the green anaconda. Alright, hold on to your hats, because we're about to meet the undisputed king, the titan of the serpent world. This is the green anaconda, Eunectes murinus. Crikey! Look at the size of this absolute unit. When we talk about the biggest snake in the world, this is it, folks. While some pythons might get a little bit longer, the green anaconda is by far the heaviest, most massive snake on the planet. We're talking about a snake that can weigh over 500 pounds. That's more than a couple of blokes put together. She is a true giant, a river monster of epic proportions. These magnificent beasts call the swamps, marshes, and slow-moving rivers of South America home, especially in the Amazon and Orinoco basins. They are aquatic specialists, perfectly designed for a life in the water. Look at their eyes and nostrils. They're positioned right on top of their head. This allows them to lie in wait, almost completely submerged, with just their senses peeking above the surface like a reptilian submarine. Their color, a deep olive green with these big black blotches, gives them the perfect camouflage in the murky, vegetation-choked waters they inhabit. They simply disappear. Now, a snake this big needs a big meal. And anacondas are not fussy eaters, mate. They'll take on just about anything they can overpower. We're talking about wild pigs, deer, birds, turtles, and even large predators like caiman and jaguars. Can you believe that? A snake that eats jaguars. That just shows you the sheer power we're dealing with. Just like the boa constrictor, they are ambush predators and powerful constrictors. They'll wait patiently for days, even weeks, for the perfect moment to strike from their watery hiding spot. It's a terrifyingly efficient hunting strategy. One of the most incredible things about anacondas is how they give birth. Unlike many snakes that lay eggs, anacondas give birth to live young. A big female can have a litter of anywhere from 20 to 40 baby anacondas, and sometimes even up to 100. Crikey, can you imagine? Each one is a perfect little miniature of the parents, about 2 feet long and ready to swim and hunt from the moment they're born. It's a tough start in life though, as many of them will fall prey to predators, but it's a strategy that ensures the survival of this giant species. The green anaconda is a true legend of the Amazon, a creature of myth and a symbol of the raw, untamed power of the rainforest. But despite their fearsome reputation, they are shy and reclusive animals that would much rather avoid humans. They are not man-eaters by nature. They're just trying to survive in a world that's shrinking around them due to deforestation and pollution. To see one of these giants in the wild is a life-changing experience. What a magnificent, truly awesome animal, a true queen of the Amazon. The jewel of the canopy, emerald tree boa. Now from the murky waters of the Amazon, let's climb high up into the canopy to meet one of the most visually stunning snakes on the entire planet. Get a load of this. This is the emerald tree boa, Corallus caninus. Isn't she a beauty? Just look at that incredible vibrant green color. It's not just green, it's a deep, rich emerald punctuated by these brilliant white or yellowish zigzag stripes or lightning bolts down its back. This snake is a living gem, a true work of art designed by Mother Nature herself. These guys are arboreal, which means they spend their entire lives up in the trees of the South American rainforests. Everything about them is built for a life in the canopy. They have this incredibly long prehensile tail, which they use like a fifth limb to anchor themselves securely to branches while they hunt or rest. During the day, you'll often find them coiled in their signature position, draped neatly over a horizontal branch with their head resting right in the middle of their coils. It's a perfect, compact little bundle of snake, perfectly camouflaged among the leaves. Now check out these teeth. Crikey! For a non-venomous snake, the emerald tree boa has some of the largest teeth in proportion to its body size of any boid. Look at those front fangs. They're like little needles. There's a very good reason for that. Their main diet consists of birds, and you've got to be quick and have a good grip to snatch a bird right out of the air or off its perch. These long front teeth ensure that when they strike, their prey doesn't have a chance to escape, even with all its feathers. It's an amazing adaptation for their specialized diet. What's really fascinating is what they look like when they're born. You'd expect them to be little green snakes, right? Wrong! Baby emerald tree boas are born in shades of bright orange, yellow, or brick red. Absolutely gorgeous. This coloration likely provides them with better camouflage in different parts of the canopy or fools predators into thinking they're something else entirely. As they mature over the first year of their life, They undergo this incredible color change, gradually turning into the brilliant green adults we know and love. It's one of nature's most magical transformations. The emerald tree boa is a perfect example of convergent evolution. If you look at the green tree python from Australia and New Guinea, you'd swear they were the same snake. They have the same green color, the same arboreal habits, the same way of coiling on a branch. But they're not closely related at all. They're from completely different sides of the world and evolved these similar traits independently to fill the same ecological niche. Isn't that just incredible? Two different snakes, one amazing solution. What a clever, beautiful animal. Alright, get ready to be dazzled because this next snake is a real showstopper. This is the Brazilian rainbow boa. At first glance, you might think, okay, a lovely brown snake with black rings. But just you wait until the light hits it just right. Look at that. Woohoo! An explosion of iridescent color. Pinks, blues, purples, greens. It's like a shimmering oil slick on water. It's absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. This isn't paint, mate. This is structural color. So how does it do that? How does it create this incredible rainbow effect? Well, it's all down to some microscopic ridges on the surface of their scales. These tiny little structures act like a prism, refracting light and splitting it into a spectrum of colors. It's the same principle that creates the colors on a soap bubble or a CD. When the snake moves, the angle of the light changes and the colors dance and shimmer across its body. It's most vibrant right after they shed their skin, when the new scales are fresh and clean. What a spectacular sight! These gorgeous snakes are found throughout Central and South America, and they're semi-arboreal, meaning they're comfortable both on the ground and climbing in low-lying shrubs and trees. They love humid environments, so you'll typically find them in tropical rainforests and river basins, often close to a source of water. They are primarily nocturnal, coming out at night to hunt for small mammals, birds and lizards. Their beautiful pattern of dark rings on a reddish-brown background provides excellent camouflage in the dappled light of the forest floor at night. One of the reasons reptile enthusiasts absolutely love these snakes is their manageable size and generally docile nature. While they can be a bit nippy as babies, a little danger warning. They usually calm down beautifully with gentle handling and become quite placid adults. They typically grow to about 5 to 6 feet long, which is a very respectable size for a snake, but not so large that they're difficult to manage. Their stunning appearance combined with their good temperament makes them one of the most popular boas in captivity. But seeing them in the wild, shimmering in a stray moonbeam on the forest floor, is where their magic truly lies. This iridescence isn't just for show. Some scientists believe it might help with camouflage, breaking up their outline in the complex, shifting light of the rainforest, or perhaps even in communication with other rainbow boas. Whatever its purpose, there's no denying that the rainbow boa is one of the most beautiful snakes on the planet. A true, living, shimmering jewel of the jungle. Absolutely bonza. Right, let's pack our bags and head off the coast of Africa to a land of unique and wonderful creatures, the island of Madagascar. This place is an evolutionary hotspot, and our next snake is a perfect example of its unique wildlife. This is the Dumeril's boa. Crikey, look at the pattern on this fella. It's like a piece of abstract art. It doesn't have the bright colors of a rainbow boa or an emerald tree boa, but its beauty is in its subtlety and complexity. That incredible pattern of blotches, creams, browns, grays, and even pinks is some of the best camouflage you'll ever see. These boas live in the dry, spiny forests in the southern and western parts of Madagascar. They spend most of their time sitting very still on the forest floor, half buried in the leaf litter. With that pattern, they don't just blend in, they become completely invisible. An unsuspecting tenrec, lemur or bird could walk right over them without ever knowing they were there. Until it's too late. These are stout, heavy-bodied snakes built for power. They're not particularly long, usually topping out around 6 or 7 feet. But they are thick and muscular. They are classic ambush predators. They'll find a promising spot, often near an animal trail, and then they'll just wait, and wait, and wait. They can go for months without a meal, conserving their energy until the perfect opportunity presents itself. When that moment comes, they strike with incredible speed, and their powerful coils make quick work of their prey. One of the most endearing qualities of the Dumeril's boa is its incredibly placid and gentle nature. They are famously calm snakes, very slow-moving and reluctant to bite. When they feel threatened, their first instinct isn't to attack, but to curl up into a tight ball with their head tucked safely in the middle. It's a defensive posture that says, "Just leave me alone, mate." This gentle disposition, unfortunately, didn't protect them in the wild, where they were heavily hunted for food in the skin trade. Thankfully, the story of the Dumeril's boa is one of conservation success. They were once heavily threatened, but thanks to international protections and successful captive breeding programs, their numbers have stabilized. Many of the animals you see in zoos and private collections today are from these captive-bred bloodlines, which takes the pressure off the wild populations. It shows that when we work together, we can make a real difference for these beautiful animals. The Dumeril's boa is a quiet, gentle, and absolutely gorgeous survivor from the magical island of Madagascar. What a champion! Okay, we've seen some real giants, but now we're going to look at a boa that proves that good things come in small packages. This little beauty is the rosy boa. Just look at her. Isn't she a little ripper? These are one of North America's only 2 native boa species, found in the arid deserts and rocky scrublands of the southwestern United States and northwestern Mexico. They are perfectly adapted to a tough, dry environment, a true desert survivor. The first thing you'll notice is their gorgeous coloration. They get their name from the rosy or salmon pink blush that can sometimes be seen on their bellies. Their backs typically feature 3 distinct stripes, which can be brown, reddish or orangey, running down the length of their smooth-scaled body, set against a lighter cream or grey background. The exact color and pattern can vary a lot depending on where they're from, making each little locality a unique work of art. This pattern gives them fantastic camouflage amongst the granite boulders and sandy soils of their home. Unlike the big boas we've seen, these little fellas are quite small, usually only growing to about 2 to 3 feet long. They are primarily crepuscular and nocturnal, meaning they're most active at dusk and during the night, especially when the summer temperatures are scorching. During the day, they escape the heat by hiding in rock crevices or by burrowing into loose soil. They are fantastic burrowers. They'll also use the burrows of other animals like kangaroo rats, which, funnily enough, are also one of their favorite prey items, along with other small rodents and lizards. One of the most wonderful things about rosy boas is their temperament. They are famous for being one of the most docile and gentle-natured snakes in the world. They are incredibly reluctant to bite even when first caught in the wild. Like the Dumeril's boa, their primary defense is to curl up into a tight protective ball, tucking their head away and sometimes releasing a musky-smelling fluid. They're just little sweethearts. This gentle nature has made them an extremely popular pet snake for beginners. The rosy boa is a fantastic ambassador for the snake world. They show people that snakes aren't slimy, aggressive monsters. They are calm, curious, and beautiful animals that play an important role in their ecosystem by controlling rodent populations. They are living proof that boas come in all shapes and sizes, from the massive anaconda ruling the Amazon to this little gem thriving in the arid deserts of North America. What a little champion! An absolute stunner, the rosy boa. Right, our next stop is another incredible island nation, this time in the Caribbean. Let's say, hola to the Cuban boa. This fella is the largest native land predator on the island of Cuba, a true apex predator in its domain. Crikey, what a magnificent snake! They can grow to be quite impressive, with some reports of individuals reaching up to 15 or 16 feet long. That makes them one of the biggest boas in the entire Boidae family, a true Caribbean giant. Their coloration is a beautiful mix of earthy tones, tans, browns and greys, with a striking dark rhomboid or diamond-shaped pattern running down their back. This pattern provides them with excellent camouflage in a variety of habitats across the island, from forests to scrublands. They are incredibly versatile snakes. You can find them on the ground, up in trees hunting for birds, or even deep inside caves, where they perform some of their most fascinating hunting behaviors. They are true masters of their environment. Now this is where it gets really interesting. Cuban boas are famous for their unique, cooperative hunting behavior inside bat caves. Can you believe it? Snakes working together? Researchers have observed multiple boas hanging from the ceiling of a cave entrance at dusk, forming a sort of curtain of snakes. As thousands of bats fly out of the cave for the night, they have to navigate this gauntlet of boas, which snatch them right out of midair. It's an incredible display of intelligence and strategy, and it's rarely seen in snakes. Danger, danger, danger for those bats. Like many island species, the Cuban boa has faced significant challenges. Habitat loss is a major threat, as forests are cleared for agriculture and development. They are also often killed by farmers who mistakenly believe they are a threat to their poultry and small livestock. In reality, these snakes are incredibly beneficial because their main diet consists of rodents like the hutia, which can be agricultural pests. They are a farmer's best friend, providing free pest control. Educating local communities about the importance of these snakes is key to their survival. The Cuban boa is a powerful symbol of Cuba's unique natural heritage. It's a magnificent, intelligent, and ecologically vital animal. From their impressive size to their cooperative bat hunting strategies, they are one of the most fascinating boas in the world. Protecting this island giant means protecting the health of the entire Cuban ecosystem. They are a national treasure and a truly spectacular serpent. What a beauty, a real Caribbean champion. Let's journey back to South America to meet a real powerhouse of a snake. This is the Argentine boa. Now, you might be thinking, hang on Gaza, we've already met the boa constrictor, and you're right mate, but this fella is a specific subspecies, and it's so distinct and beautiful that it deserves its own special spotlight. Found in the arid Gran Chaco region of Argentina and Paraguay, this boa is built tough for a tough environment. The first thing that strikes you about the Argentine boa is its stunning coloration. It's one of the darkest and most contrasted of all the boa constrictor subspecies. They have this deep, rich, chocolate brown or almost black background color, which is overlaid with these beautiful crisp cream or white saddle markings. The contrast is just incredible. And that tail. Instead of the bright red you see on a common boa, the Argentine boa has a tail that is almost solid black. It's a truly dramatic and beautiful animal. These are some of the largest of the boa constrictor subspecies, often reaching lengths of 10 feet or more, and they have a very heavy, robust build. They need that size and power to survive in their environment. The Gran Chaco can be a harsh place with fluctuating temperatures and food availability. These boas are masters of ambush, preying on a variety of animals like vizcachas, a type of rodent, birds, and lizards. Their dark coloration provides them with excellent camouflage in the shadows of the dry forests and scrublands they call home. Unfortunately, this boa's beauty has also been its curse. The Argentine boa was one of the most heavily exploited snakes in the international skin trade. Millions of them were hunted for their beautiful and durable hides to be made into boots, belts, and bags. Crikey, it was a devastating blow to their population. This, combined with habitat loss, pushed them to the brink. They were once a very common sight, but their numbers in the wild plummeted dramatically. Thankfully, due to strong conservation laws and CITES protection, the trade in wild-caught Argentine boas has been halted. Captive breeding programs have also been very successful, ensuring the survival of this subspecies and providing animals for the pet trade without impacting wild populations. The story of the Argentine boa is a powerful reminder of how quickly we can decimate a species, but also how effective conservation efforts can be. It's a tough, beautiful survivor, a true gem of the Gran Chaco. We're heading back up into the trees of the Amazon rainforest for our next boa, but this one adds a whole new splash of color to the canopy. This is the Amazon tree boa. Now don't get this fella confused with the emerald tree boa we met earlier. While they're both tree dwellers, this species is a whole different kettle of fish, and its claim to fame is its unbelievable diversity in color and pattern. Crikey, they're like living, breathing works of modern art. The Amazon tree boa is what we call polymorphic, which means individuals within the same species can look dramatically different from one another. You can find them in brilliant yellows, fiery oranges, deep reds, subtle grays, and earthy browns. Some are patternless, while others are covered in the most amazing array of blotches, spots, and diamond-shaped markings. What's absolutely incredible is that you can find all of these different colors and patterns in babies from the same litter. It's a genetic lottery, and the results are always stunning. Like their emerald cousins, these are slender, lightweight snakes built for a life in the trees. They have that long, prehensile tail that gives them a fantastic grip on branches, and they are masters of climbing. They spend almost their entire lives off the ground, hunting, mating, and even giving birth high up in the canopy. They are primarily nocturnal hunters, using their large eyes and heat-sensing pits along their lips to locate prey like birds, bats, and lizards in the dark. They'll often hang in an S shape from a branch, ready to strike at anything that comes within range. Now, while they are absolutely beautiful, Amazon tree boas have a bit of a reputation for being, well, feisty. They can be quite defensive and are much quicker to strike than many of the other boas we've looked at. Danger, danger, danger. It's not that they're aggressive, they're just a small snake in a big jungle full of things that want to eat them. So they have a strike first, ask questions later attitude. It's a survival instinct, and you've got to respect that. They're wild animals after all, and they demand that respect. This incredible variation in color is a fantastic survival strategy. In a complex environment like the Amazon rainforest, with its dappled light, varied foliage, and countless different hiding spots, there isn't one single best camouflage. By having so many different appearances, the species as a whole is better equipped to blend in across a wider range of microhabitats. The Amazon tree boa is a living, breathing example of nature's creativity and the beauty of diversity. An absolutely spectacular and spirited little serpent. Right, for our last boa, we're leaving the Americas behind and traveling all the way to Eastern Africa. And we're going from the tallest trees down under the ground to meet a truly unique and specialized little serpent. This is the Kenyan sand boa. Look at this little sausage of a snake. Isn't he just the cutest little fella? They are one of the smallest boas in the world, and they are masters of a subterranean lifestyle. Everything about this snake is designed for burrowing. They have a stout, cylindrical body, a short, stubby tail, and a pointed snout that acts like a shovel. Their eyes are very small and located high on their head, and their belly scales are narrow, all adaptations to help them move efficiently through loose sand and soil. They spend the vast majority of their lives hidden just beneath the surface, protected from the hot African sun and from predators. They are the ninjas of the snake world. You never see them coming. Their coloration is just perfect for their environment. They typically have a beautiful yellowish or orange background color, covered with irregular dark brown or black splotches. When they're lying just under a thin layer of sand, this pattern breaks up their outline completely, making them virtually invisible. They are ambush predators, but their technique is a little different. They'll lie buried with just the very tip of their head and eyes poking out, waiting for a small rodent, lizard, or ground-nesting bird to wander by. When prey comes close, they erupt from the sand with surprising speed, grabbing their meal and pulling it down under the sand to constrict it. It's a brilliant and effective hunting strategy. Because they live underground, they don't need to be huge. Most Kenyan sand boas stay very small, with females who are larger than the males, typically only reaching about 2 feet in length. They are proof that you don't have to be a giant to be a successful boa. Because of their small size, unique appearance, and incredibly docile nature, Kenyan sand boas have become extremely popular in the reptile hobby. They are very calm, rarely bite, and are relatively easy to care for, making them a fantastic choice for a first-time snake owner. They help people overcome their fear of snakes by being so small, slow, and gentle. They are little ambassadors, showing the world a different, gentler side of the boa family. A truly wonderful and weird little snake. What a champion! Crikey! What an incredible journey we've been on, from the colossal green anaconda in the Amazon's depths to the tiny Kenyan sand boa burrowing in the African sands. The world of boas is just bursting with diversity. We've seen snakes that climb, snakes that swim, and snakes that live their whole lives underground. We've seen a dazzling rainbow of colors and patterns, each one a perfect adaptation to its unique environment. It just goes to show you that there is so much more to these animals than meets the eye. They are not mindless monsters. They are sophisticated, beautiful, and essential predators. These magnificent serpents face so many threats in the wild. Habitat loss, persecution, and climate change are all putting immense pressure on their populations. But you can be a wildlife warrior and help. Take the time to learn more about the boas native to your part of the world. support conservation organizations that work to protect their habitats and educate local communities. By fostering respect and understanding instead of fear, we can ensure that these incredible creatures continue to thrive for generations to come. Every single one of them, from the biggest to the smallest, plays a vital role in keeping our planet healthy. Thank you so much for joining me on this absolutely bonza adventure into the world of boas. I hope you've come to love and appreciate these stunning animals as much as I do. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next wildlife expedition. There's a whole world of amazing creatures out there waiting for us to explore. Until next time, stay passionate and keep fighting the good fight for wildlife.